Good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, the very 11th of May 2026. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Good to see you, good to see you. Sorry, just quickly managing things here. Oh, it's very bright, isn't it? It's very bright. Let's do this. All right, here we go. Here we go. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Monday? How are you? My dog behaves like a cat, right? So I let him out a couple of minutes ago on the balcony because he loves being on the balcony. And then literally 2 minutes later, he taps at the window with his paw going, I would like to come inside now. And then I bet you in about 10 minutes, he will be he'll be sitting next to me, staring at me, asking to go back outside. But, you know, that's the thing I just have to deal with. It's really hard, to be honest. Hey, Scorched Rose, how are you doing? Rat Moomin, hello, hello. Good morning to you as well. How you both doing today? Good to have you guys. We are back with a pound for pound season 1. It is day 8 of the challenge, and we have 4 heroes which are qualified for the round of 16. Today we're finding the next 2 heroes which will go to the next round. Well, no, today we'll probably find 1, and then tomorrow the next one. So the heroes that I'm playing today are, as you can see per the bracket, we're playing Bravo, Showstopper, and Oscilio. And high non-brute player. I am a very non-brute player. I am indeed. I am now a ninja player. That's very cat of them. It is Zeron. That's exactly what's happening. He is a spoiled cat. Hoping to get off work at a reasonable time to make some test video. Oh, I hope that works out. I'm hoping with you. So, playing Bravo, which I know how to play. I know the hero ability, easy peasy, dominate the attack, set crushes, don't let them do anything. The world is a happy place. When that works out, great times. Great hero. Oscilio on the other side, big combo turns, complex AF. You gotta understand all the windows that you have to interact with instants. Not so easy to play. Those are the 2 heroes today. And we may be going into the next pairing if that comes to an end. First, recorded a game yesterday, but the audio is scuffed. Tip number 1, Scorched Rose, is before you start any recording, do a test recording to see if your audio is fine. That if anybody is ever planning to do any kind of content or video recording or anything, that's like the number one tip is make sure your audio is fine, because you don't want to end up like Scorched Rose where you do a whole thing only to find out that audio is bad. So I'm hoping the audio for this is good today. I hope we're good, but usually chat will let me know if something is an issue, right? I mean, Burst wouldn't be sitting there not flaming me for breaking my setup again. If it were the case, I'm pretty sure he would let me know pretty quickly. So yes, that's what we're doing today. We're going back into those. I have to be honest. I'm so intimidated by playing Oscilio with all the timings that I put it off practicing that deck for as long as I could. I feel like I'm in a place now where I am semi-confident I know how the deck works in principle. That doesn't mean I see all the lines. That doesn't mean I will play it well. But I generally understand what the combo turn that I want to do looks like, how to build up to it, and what to do around that. Now, you know, I'll probably make a lot of mistakes, but we're there. Oh my god, I went back to my old videos this week, and the audio makes me realize that I need to go redo them soon because they are the most scratchy videos ever. Listen, it's audio when it comes to content creation, when it comes to recording videos. One thing to understand is like audio is so much more important than video, right? People will watch a video that is bad resolution or that has issues. People will not deal with bad audio. People will tune out immediately if your audio is bad. I watched a video this week to prepare for these games today, and I watched the video, and the audio was so quiet. Like, I tried to get through the video to learn more about the hero, but I couldn't. It was just so quiet. Like, I couldn't hear what they were saying. I was like, fix your audio. Like, honestly, I'd love to watch your content, but go fix your audio. I've got to have my headphones mic on my laptop mic so you can hear me twice. Oh, that's not ideal. Yeah, that's not ideal, Scorched Rolls. No, do not post it. Redo it, dude. Redo it. Honestly. You will regret if you post this and you don't redo it. Anyway, so that's that. In other news, I want to skirmish. I want to skirmish. So I've been playing Flesh and Blood since 2021. I have 1,016 games tracked on fabtcg.com. I have never won more than an armory. My best results to date were like a day 2 at a calling, which is probably still my biggest achievement so far, honestly. Plus a couple of top 8s at RTN and ProQuest. I think just RTN, actually. Actually, sorry, I need to check this real quick here. Okay, that's good. No, worry. I'm always on call basically, so I just had to quickly check if that vibrating phone is not something I need to take care of. So, yeah, winning a skirmish is kind of a big deal for me. Although, you know, most people are like, skirmish. You know, it's basically a fancy armory, right? But for me, that was a big deal. And I was very happy that I could do that. So I had a great weekend. And we can talk more about that later. But you're not here to just hear me yapping with nothing happening on screen. And it may take us a while to get through the games. Although Azilia will probably be very fast, Bravo may take longer. So I suggest we get into games. We focus on gameplay. We play Flesh and Blood. I guess that's at least 30% why you're here. And we're going to start easing ourselves in with playing some Bravo. So this is the list that I have. Let me just check if I have any notes here. Where do I have this list from? I think I will need to double check. My accomplishment so far is winning an RTN. That's pretty good, Scorched Rolls. Like, winning an RTN that's good. That's good. I mean, I can honestly say that so far, this year is definitely my best year so far. I went top 8 in an RTN, and then I lost into a very unfavorite matchup for me, and now I've won a skirmish. So I think the air is coming along pretty well. Actually, I need to quickly. Oh, I forgot to do something. I was very busy this weekend, so I forgot one piece of the prep. But it will just be a moment. Hey Sigma, how are you doing? What are you humming about there, Burst Flames? What are you humming? Hey Sigma, how was your weekend? By the way, I need to double check. Is the music volume? You can probably barely hear it. There you go, a bit higher. We go a bit higher. Okay. I will be with you guys in a second here. We are moving to Solana, by the way. We've landed in Solana. Is the skirmish winner coach streaming? I mean, all I can say that clearly going through the Scowling Flashback training systems has prepared me for great things. That is, I am now an event winner. I am now, I mean, forget about the calling Jakarta, right? You've got a skirmish winner right here. Scowling, flashback, scowling. We go back and forth, right? It's a mix of everything. I'll be back in the tech out to talk. You always take your dog out at this time, huh? Alright, see you later, Havoc. I look forward to having you back. Where's the mustache? We had to retire that for now. I'm not sure I would like to walk around like that all the time. Perfect in timing indeed. Alright, so let's go into the first few games here. I've been delaying long enough. So what we have at the moment is Bravo Showstopper. He is ranked 8 out of 34 by Wilson score, and that landed him in pot A, which I think is surprising. Now, obviously, this is a bit controversial. He should not necessarily be in pot A. This is the data, right? He didn't have a lot of events. He didn't play, but the data that I have is really good. So I think there's a good argument to be made. He may not necessarily be in pot A, but that's where we have him. He has, with the games that we have, he has a 64.7% win rate, coming off the data that I have from Fablazing. And this is actually the highest in the dataset, which is crazy. But again, it's only 34 games, right? So it's really not a big dataset. And so the meta representation is only like 0.8%, which is nothing, right? There is no published tournament list because Bravo just isn't part of the meta. So the list that I'm running today is something that the community pieced together from the few performances that we saw on stream. I think this was, but don't lock me down on this, I think Bea Butnik that played the hero and this list. So, but don't, that may be incorrect. How do I win on this deck, right? I think the key piece to winning on this is the hero ability, right? Until the end of turn, your action attack cards with cost 3 or greater get dominate. What we want to do is use this ability or something else to give it dominate to get these cards which have crush effects to hit. That's what I want to do on this hero, right? So we have a lot of cards that say if this hits and it does 4 or more damage to your hero, then discard 2 random cards. Now, when you have the resources and you have the cards to do this, Bravo can be very, very strong. Now, you don't only achieve this with the hero ability, things that help you achieve that game plan is also Pummel, of course, which is very important, as well as Terra Sunder. So those are kind of the tools you have at your disposal. I had a game where I was able to string this together, like Terra Sunder, Pummel, hero ability, Terra Sunder, Pummel, and then your opponent basically doesn't get to play a game. However, if it doesn't come together like that, you may have a bit of a problem. So that, that's for that. I think my biggest concern is that I just don't have the hands where that comes together, or the on-hit effects that I do get through don't have a big impact on the hero that I'm playing against, right? So if we look at Spinal Crush here specifically, attacks they control lose and can't get go again during their next action phase if this still deals 4 or more damage, right? That's all good and well. But if you face into a hero that goes tall, then this doesn't matter, right? So imagine you're playing into a hero that just has attack that does, you put 3 attack reactions on top. This doesn't matter. They can just eat it. So I think that's the biggest fear here. I do have... No, I don't have any matchups. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Cool. Good. And let me move to the introduction before I address anything that you're saying. He was a performer before he was a warrior. The crowd still cheers. The difference is now nobody in the front row is safe. Bravo doesn't just want to win. He wants a standing ovation. Bravo, showstopper! That's okay. You can always distract me, Sigma. Before being in war... Well, yes, I know. I realized that after recording that... I know... warrior in the wider term, right, is like not the class warrior, but like like a warrior. All right, so we go into Hala. Quick chat. Thinking, please bear with me. Do we want to go first or second? I think we're gonna go second, where the on hits matter. Are we taking any of these additional reactions? No. I think we're okay with the 60. Yes. Miracle, that's what you'll need. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right.
Round 1. Fight.
You go first to try and dominate and leak. Well, that is one way of doing it. Right, they just Arsenal passed. Okay, cool. So which on-hit is put a card from their arsenal at the bottom of their deck. So this feels pretty good. So we activate hero ability. That's going to be for 5. So we need our whole hand to do this. And then hero ability activated. And I need to pitch 2 more cards to pay for all of that. 7 dominate. Could be a defense reaction in Arsenal. In which case... although I don't see a lot of Halas with defense reactions. It was a total line, which prevents 2. Alright, that's the instant... Okay, that's pretty good for them. Because they can get rid of that from their hand. Okay, so we've got a 6... Sirens of the Safe Harbor. Alright, are we facing into fatigue? Yes, we are. They have over 60 cards. They run Violent Dynamos. Right. Okay. What are we doing? Yes, this is definitely a fatigue deck. I think I'm just gonna hit them with a hammer. If you have 2 or more cards in here, so we can pitch this and pitch this. And then we can Arsenal the tier asunder. We don't have to worry much about on-hits in Hala. They did play Command & Conquer though a second ago, right? So, alright, this. Bonk them for 6. It's a pretty good weapon. So, did you guys watch the Calling Jakarta? What do you think about a warrior winning that calling? Did somebody have that on their bingo cards? That felt pretty surprising to me, to be honest. Alright, sharpen. +1. They're going for 4 here. We want to play a Tear Asunder. This deals 4 more damage to here, destroy an equipment they control with no defense value. Is this going to matter? No. The Chokeslam is much more relevant here. Okay, I'm gonna take the 4. Kasai sometimes wins out of nothing. The man is especially 2 and a great player. He is a great player. So wait, so if we pitch 3 for this, And then pitch forward with this, with the Fatal Spring Tonic. We are good to block with 1 card. Wait, no, we are not. Pitch 3. Math is hard. No, we need the hand. That is a lot of damage. Probably better to Arsenal a D-react and pitch to Tear for a second cycle. Yeah, probably. That could have been a good idea. If I thought of it. Alright, Tear asunder. There you go. Bonk. Could have blocked with this instead, actually. And the good thing is there's no Arsenal, so no defense reactions from there. They have 2 Vigor or Flurry. I took too much damage there, that's for sure. How you doing, Veed? They're blocking out. Yeah, that's a lot of equipment. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I was very happy about winning. The Worlds in Shambles Warrior winning was definitely a realm of possibility. I mean, it was definitely... Oh, Blue Pummel. Let's remember that. Blue Pummel went to the bottom. I was hoping I was going to hit them a bit more there. I was hoping that would be a bit more. I think what I'll do here is we'll block for 3. Take 1. Hammer them back, set up a Command and Conquer in Arsenal. Yeah, 5 go again. Dude, this is... They're hitting pretty hard right now. This is pretty good. Okay, I think I'd rather block 3 than 2 more damage here. That math's better. Right. Hammer them for 4. I'm 23 to 37. This is not looking good for me right now. I'm surprised at the damage output that I'm being faced with. Completely honest with you. Tear Asunder does not work on Command and Conquer. I think I need to be more defensive. Maybe I should have fat decked more here. 4 go again. Okay, we'll block 3. I'm thinking here, blocking with 2 cards and swinging hammer. That's the plan this turn. 4, we want to keep the Tear Asunder for later. But I'm leaking like every turn they hit with their weapon, I leak 1 damage. Because I would win when I seen her. Oh, really? I mean, what hurt me was Jason Rolfe losing in the semis, right? That's where he lost? I think that game did not fall his way. Alright, so we have Sword Master's Path, so the next sword attack gets +3. Alright, that's a lot of sharpening. 10. That is a lot of damage. So we can block 5. Crush. Block for 8. I'm not sure this is leading to a good path for me here. I am being... I wonder what my pivot turn here is. I need to find some kind of disruption. I need to find, honestly, a pummel. How do I disrupt them enough here? Maybe they eventually draw into a bad hand, but I'm already at 18 life to 32. I think I need to make move soon. What we gotta remember about these heroes from Welcome to Wraith, right? There's a reason why they're still in the game. Alright, all red line. Okay, so this is actually where we can pivot. I used to head early on, that was a mistake. I should have used it now, I should have waited instead of using those two, that was a mistake. Because I could... No, the Rousey Ancients actually doesn't work here. If I take this... Take 6 damage, but then I go down to 12. So... I'm thinking of letting this hit. If I do, I have 4 plus 2 is 6, 7. Sure, but I can't dominate it, so it doesn't really... So I shouldn't be doing that. Instead, let me block 6. And instead I'm going to do a boulder drop. Because they're fair and balanced? True. I mean, they did go into, you know, designing the game and making sure the designs are not the most complex. Alright, so we got the 3... That didn't... Well, next sword attack, it's +3. It's only the next one. But 8. 8 is tons. 8 is definitely too much. I'm gonna have to take some damage again. And then for 5 here. Okay, just... I'm taking too much damage, but I... Yeah, this... Like, taking 2 damage to swing back 4... I don't think it's where I want to be. I think what I'm doing wrong so far is I'm not paying enough... I haven't paid enough attention to the on-hits. No, I think I should have actually checked the on-hits of the cards and played them at the right time, right? You know, no go again is terrible for them. But these Swordman's Path are so good. Like, this +3 is insane. Okay, alright. I think we're gonna have to use the next game as a path to win here. I'm gonna try and... Like, this is like a desperation move to try and turn it around with a dominated Spinal Crush. It's not good. So, cancel, hero ability, pitching a blue. No, I realize I need to be blocking, but the problem is every sword swing comes in for at least 4, right? So, if you then block 2 sword swings... Yeah, maybe that's just... You just block every... No, they had a lot of sword swings that went way higher than that. Alright. So we could have actually done Terra Sunder and the hero ability. Mistake. Mistake, mistake, mistake. They only took 3 damage off the Spinal Crush, so they do have go again here. Blocking the 6. Alright, I need to be blocking more. Well, hello. That was also the wrong card that I picked. So one thing I do have to admit, I'm a bit tired today. So that may be impacting my level of play. I did the skirmish yesterday. Where are my pummels? And then afterwards, I spent about 4 hours playing Daggerheart, and I came home pretty late. Why would I want to double dominate? No. I didn't want to double dominate. I wanted the only hit for them to discard 2 cards. Should have played that instead. And I could have blocked. Yeah. Yeah, too many mistakes. Honestly, a lot of mistakes here. A lot of mistakes. We'll have to do better in game number 2. Round of applause to our opponent. That was not a good first game. Let's try again right now. Yeah, I think I approached the game completely wrong. What I should have done is block more and then try... I used the head equipment at the wrong time. Where are my pummels? Oh, wow. Look at that. The last 3 cards in the deck. Alright, that doesn't help. That does not help at all. No, wait, hold on. That's not sure. Oh, they would have come up soon. They would have actually come up soon. Yeah. I needed to pay more attention to what the on-hit effects of the cards are. Be better at math as well. So 3 card 8 with Courage and Vigor would not call that a great value. Why so many pummels? It's only 3. I feel like 3 is a totally valid number of pummels. Right, okay. So this... Alright. We be blocking. Let me take these out. We be blocking. But they're going first, so... Let's see. I think I mis-sideboarded. Alright, they're passing. So if they can't go again here, that's pretty bad. Put a card from their hand on top of their deck. So Boulder drop would be pretty good, but we don't have the resources. So it'll just be this. Very unfavorable. Let's see how it goes. Let's do it.
Round 1, fight!
I have the cat, aka my dog, sitting next to me staring at me again. He's way too used to being able to go inside and out whenever he wants. Right, okay, so we're sending 9 here. That is pretty good. They do want to go again, right? The go again is very bad for them if they lose it because they can't use the hammerhead. And at that point, why even send an arrow? So that was... If it's yellow, create a gold token. Okay, so they created 2 golds. That's something that we want to try and avoid. Raise the Ancients. We can go... If there's no relevant on-hit in my hands, they're probably just going to move on. Reveal any number of attack action cards from your hand. So the shelter is actually pretty bad here. So I can't do this. So I can't pay for it otherwise. So not 13 damage in my hand. So the question is, this when this is for more damage to a hero, put a -1 counter on a head they have equipped. If it has 0, destroy it. Well, that doesn't count for Crown of Dominion though, right? Because it has no value. So that doesn't really matter there. It's gonna be a long day. No, it's not. Just wait until I play Azilia. It'll be over in an hour. You can threaten their hook. True, I can. That is true. No, it's only the head. It only applies to head. It only applies to head. All right, I have the resources, so why not? We will do the hero ability. Maybe they can't read either. Could be, right? I think this is still probably the best option to send. Like, the Rouse the Agent does nothing. If I play Macho Grande, I can't arsenal the defense reaction. Okay, apparently they can read. Okay, and this goes into arsenal. Wow, 3 defense reactions. I mean, that's good. So ideally what I want to do here is to use 2 defense reactions. I can't let them get more... what is it? My investigator card. It's actually just 1 damage. There is no on-hit. So we can let this one hit. We'll keep the equipment for the relevant on-hits. Catch of the day. This... Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, 3 defense reactions here is good. So this is +2. If it's a go fish effect, will trigger this turn. Instead, it triggers twice. Okay, sorry, they were waiting for me to click on their trigger. King Shark Harpoon. So that's going to be for 4, 10, 12. If my math is correct, which we cannot rely upon. $12. 12 is the right number. Right, so I can block with 3 and 8 and 8. We can just do the 3 defense reactions, but then if I block for 5, that pushes up to 9. This is slightly inefficient. I'm not sure I want to give them 3 defense reactions here. That's the thing that I'm thinking. But it's the most efficient way of blocking this, so okay, we'll do it. I wanted to keep a defense reaction here, to be honest. But the math just doesn't math nicely. I don't really want either of these right now. Okay, now we have the pummel. I think the pummel is very good. So what I'll do here is just use Anathos with pitching headbutt. Or something the pummel. Okay. This is so good. I'm still chasing down 2 of these from my Puffin deck. It's an attack action card discard. Reveal if it's an attack action card discard and you create a gold. Oh, I can't block this. So, if I... The boulder drop, I can still... Damn it, what they'll do is, they'll take my blue. Okay, so here's what we'll do, right? So there's 2 options of what they can do. They can either take the boulder drop, or they can take the rouse. Actually, wait, let me think through this again. So if I block with Starstruck, they take either the Boulder or the Rouse or the Spinal Crush. So if they take the Spinal Crush, I can send the Boulder. If they take the Rouse, then I... Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna block for 3. Here in this one. I wonder what they're gonna take here. I'm thinking they may go... No, that makes sense. Actually, they can see my resources, right? That's the thing that... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 26, 29. 4 gold. This is not where you want your Marlin opponent to be. I'm just going to hammer for 6. I do have Crown to fill, that is correct. But I don't necessarily felt like it was the right time to do it there. That may be wrong, but we're making decisions and we're seeing where it goes. So 6 damage, 24, 26. Again, the question is, oh, here we go. Okay, so the question that they're using their gold to filter their hand. So they don't have a harpoon, which is, dudes. They're going to take the Command and Conquer here, right? I wish I could send a Command and Conquer with Pommel. That's what I would love to do. But they are going to be able to put overpower on this. So what I can do instead then, I can block with Command and Conquer. I wonder how many King Shark harpoons they can send in a row. This is the... So the thing is, if they get Codex, right, they can just send another one. At least they're gone for now. Gone. That's why I'm using air quotes, right? Because, you know, with Pommel, with Codex, they could come right back. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to block with this 3. They're probably going to take the Command and Conquer. That means I can still attack with Debilitate. That's another 10 life gone. Oh no. Suddenly I'm on 16. Yeah, exactly. Command and Conquer. That makes sense. Right. I have to hope for a harpoon. Like, though, even I'm in a situation though right now already is like I can't just take a harpoon, even if it doesn't have an on hit, right? It's like at this life total, 2 more harpoons and I'm dead. But I think you're right, Veed. Like having 3 King Shark harpoons back to back is not what I want to see. Like, there's so many harpoons I'd rather see. They're blocking, so this smells a little bit like they're having an off turn, but I gotta remember they have 3 gold they can destroy to go fish for a card that they need. Yeah, block cards would be really good here, B. That is correct. That'd be really good. Alright. Some kind of equipment destruction would be nice. What does the Solana do again? Turn your blue arrow in your arsenal face up. It gets go again. Alright, so they can go Echo as well. Tono, how's the game going? So we're in game number 2 now. I lost game number 1. And this is not looking particularly good. So not great. Not great. So we're wondering what this is. So far, they have not pitched for a hammerhead. But it still has +6. Whatever arrow they're sending here, if they're sending one, has +6 damage. If the zero arrow unifies up in your arsenal, create a gold. So that didn't trigger. Oh, so maybe they're just filtering now to try and find enough resources for the hammerhead. Yeah, but that doesn't look successful. All right, 12 overpower. So, I do not have enough resources for a pummel attack here. And the disable doesn't do anything if they don't have an arsenal. So, what is the best option here? I can block with Sync to sync the pummel and hope for a resource card so we can... No, even if we get that, if I have 2 blues, sending a pummel on the disable is not possible. I think we're just blocking as much as possible on this one. And then just hammer back. I'm just going to block 7. Well, no, 9, sorry. They had an off turn and I wasn't able to capitalize off it. Because, you know what? The pummel. I needed another blue there. Because it's Bravo's turn. Checks out. By the way, thank you for sending me the decks and the guides, Tona. It was very helpful to prepare for Teklo. It was very helpful. I appreciate that a lot. I'm not sure it will make me better at playing the hero, but it was very helpful. So they're pitching they're blocking with Codex. Ah, that makes sense. If it's a blue, they discard it and create a gold token. Okay, so what we have to do here is... I want to send a Command and Conquer and Pummel. So, what are we doing? Actually, I can block out here. Yes. Alright, so let me reconsider then. We will block for 9. I'm going to send the Command and Conquer Pummel and put the Command and Conquer at the bottom instead of using it to block. I wish I have one more resource so I can set up one in Arsenal right away again. But if I... Actually, the Chokeslam is quite good. No, let me do it this way. The Chokeslam does have a relevant on-hit as well. I can't keep a card anyway. I mean, because if their cards can't gain life... I'm reconsidering again. We're changing it all again. There we go. Going back to this. I do want that pummel, so we're keeping it. I could have actually sunk the Command and Conquer here. Oh, that was actually the right... Ah, that was a mistake. What I should have done is sink one of these Command and Conquers and hope for a resource card. Yeah, that was probably... Well, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Eh. I wish I had some more time to work on the guides and still need to work. It is very good for it, what it is, right? There's almost always more work you can do on everything. I out of all people get that. Right, so they're hoping that I do not have a pummel. They are incorrect. I do have a pummel. Now what this does for me... Why are they breaking this? Alright, why are they doing this? Oh, because they're just... Okay, they triggered the quiver, so they could use one of the blues that they have in hand instead of wasting it. This gives me a bit of momentum. Let's see what I can do with this. Ah, too many reds. You know how Burst Flame said the reds, the pummels? Yeah, it's not great. But I can send a Crippling Crush. It's not going to... I can't give it Dominate. The Pummel... This deals 1 or more damage to a hero. Put a -1 counter on a target equipment they control. That doesn't do much. The Tear Asunder. I could do Tear Asunder into Anathos. Right? And that does have an on-hit. And they don't have any defense reactions. And they don't have any block. Yes, I think the Crippling Crush they could potentially block out and the 4 Crush effect doesn't hit. I can't? No, I can. I have 1 resource here, 1 here, 1 here. The hammer costs 3. Tear Asunder costs 3. I do have enough. I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna do this. Seven Dominate, on hit discard 2 cards. This is what I need to win this game. Like, I need to tax their hand with dominated attacks. This is my path to victory. Now, the question is 2 cards enough? So I have 3 cards in the gold. A Cheating Scoundrel. Next attack action replayed, it gets +3. And wages with defending here, the winner creates a gold. So they did pitch a gold, blue, to go fish. It sucks. So they had a codex here. What arrows go for 0? Bluefin Harpoon 2, but you don't have the resources, my friend. So what do I want here? I think we'll take the Spinal Crush. So that costs 2. How are you planning to send this arrow, friend? Wait, you don't have the resources. What am I missing? CNC would have been an option as well, but the Go Again turns off... They need Go Again. Otherwise, the Hammerhead Harpoon doesn't do anything, right? I think I'd rather send that. I think that has a bigger impact than CNC. Right, so we have Hero Power, Dominate, 8 Dominate. So this takes their Go Again away. They need to Go Again for the Hammerhead Harpoon, right? If Dominate, if this hits them, they can't activate the Hammerhead and then set the Harpoon. I could send Command and Conquer, but then we take this and they still have 4 cards, right? Like, I'm not being dumb, right? This is an action. This has Go Again. They need the cannon to do something big. See, this was the plan. This was the plan. And this deals 4 more damage to a hero destroying equipment they control with no defense value. Irrelevant. And showtime enters the arena. Search your deck. Thinking, please bear with me. Search your deck for a Guardian attack action card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck at the beginning of your action. Macho Grande kills them. When this hits a hero, they choose and reveal a card from their hand. If it's a blue, Macho Grande just kills them. Yeah, exactly. I just showed them the Batter to Pulp, right? Because they didn't activate their cannon, so I can choose what I'm showing them. So I'm just showing them a red. Their card says, show me a blue. And now we're just Macho Grande. 8 dominate. Alright, show me.
Show me what you got!
If you don't have a defense reaction here, you're dead, friend. I think they thought because they had a... GG. I think they thought the go again of the token here maybe works, but they were wrong. They were wrong. Good game. Good game. Thanks for the game. Thank you for the game. So... I think sideboarding mistake, right? So obviously Sigma was correct. And as soon as I clicked and Sigma shouted, you know, of course, I want all the defense reactions I can get. So my logic was I don't want to pay 3 for a defense reaction, but I should have, of course, taken it in against this hero, right? I need all the defense reactions I can get. Realistically, maybe I should take out the pummels because they only block for 2. However, they don't count against the overpower, so it's kind of... They don't count against the overpower limitation, and also, like, if I can get a card from their hand, I think they're really good. So, yeah. Rouse would have been a good 1v, yeah. Rouse could have been good, right? Exactly, that's a 2 block. Take that one out, bring the unmovable, leave the unmovable in. Yeah. Yeah, I can't go wide anyway. The true Rouse, because you need to keep basically, you need almost like a 5-card hand to play these. At least a 4-card with all blues. If you want to have 2 attack actions, you need a 5-card hand. Good. All right. So Bravo has 1 win. Now the question is, do you guys think I can get a win on Oscilio? Do you think I can do that? Well, we have one more game on Bravo first. But I think that's the big question that we're going to have in the room. Kasai. Alright, you guys just told me minutes ago she's a guardian killer. No Skilio, if you draw Gone in a flash early, sure, you don't mess that up. Well, that's a big question, right? That is a big question. Oh, they left. Okay. I did not want to play into Kasai. She's one of my arch... Oh, that is not much better. That is not much better. I'm gonna go and try and go aggressive here. So we're bringing in Zelda's Belting and I'm taking out the unmovables. Is that a plan? Quick chat, thinking, please bear with me. They will go first. So what are they doing? Rock, go again, big damage, unpreventable. It is blockable. But it'll be like 15 damage average turns. Yeah, let's see how this works out. I know this is a pretty bad matchup for Guardians. Alright, let's go.
Round 1, fight!
And they start the game rolling a 1. You love to see it. Cool, we start with a boulder drop, pitching a Tear Asunder into a pummel. That's a good start. Because that means they get rid of 2 cards here. So, of course, if they activate their hair build and they get a blue on top, the rock will be able to be played. Alright. Maybe instead of doing this, I could have activated the hero ability, actually. I'm not sure that was the best option now in hindsight. Now they can attack. Yeah, you want to rock me here. Right, okay. This has a card pitched on with greater damage. Gets go again, so 7. If we let this hit, I can go Cell's Belting, pitching Boulder Drop and Paddle through Pulp. I can come back for 5 plus 6 is 11. That's more. Like to stream for more show-stopping action? I do encourage that. I do encourage that, Donnie. So if we're gonna do this. So this gets go again now. Forgot about the value of the what's the token called? Right, 6. And now they will, if they don't get, if it's a yellow or blue, they're fine because Spring Tonic goes to 3. Cool. 7. I can once again do Celis Belting. Celis Belting, or we could do Spinal Crush Dominate. I don't think they care much about go again. So this is for 6. If we pitch this, 2 plus 5 is 7. I have 7 resources. Okay. Right. Do this, pitch this. This is the damage is higher than what this has, so this gets go again. So 5. And because I have a tunic resource, I can send the Spinal Crush. I think they do actually care a little bit about Gore again. They do have cards where they want to activate that. But it's not that often. Okay, so they're blocking with 2 cards here. This means they basically need to top deck a blue. Wait, actually they know. Didn't they just clash? Yeah. Yeah, they have a Wrecker Romp, so they know it's a blue. Okay, so they can block. You were right. They could have a song, so you they did have that. Okay, 7 again. So, Conk gain during the turn. When this deals 4 more damage, they put a card from their hand. Okay, I do think... Alright, we'll block 6 here, take 1. Send Command and Conquer. The toughness is not great because they basically need 1 card from hand with the toughness token and 1 equipment, and they can block out the Command and Conquer. Okay, so they like their hand. Maybe, yeah, Buckwild. There we go. And they basically, yeah, dude, it's so good. So this is going to be 14 damage turn, right? Because they're going to activate their hero ability. It's going to be, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything and they can send rock after it. Do I want to send a Starstruck here? I don't think it does that much. When this deals 4 more damage here, the only attacks they may play to activate during their next turn. The thing is they're going to have Tuning Up again, so they don't really care. They can just send rock again. Is this drawing a card? No, it's not. I am not in a good position here. Okay, so we're gonna block with the civic steps here. Because they don't like, if they're gonna attack with rock again here. So they're consuming it right away. Yikes. 8. 8, go again. I think we're gonna have to block 6 here. And just swing the hammer. Yeah, this is a struggle, this game, honestly. I think this is one of the matchups where Tough Nut is really good. And I think we had a Tough Nut make day 2 in Jakarta as well, right? If you're saturated, if you have a meta saturated with Guardians, like, yeah, he's gonna do well. He's gonna do well. Actually, what I should try and do is make sure he has 2 cards left in hand and hope he doesn't have a go again. Because that'll make it harder to play an attack and then rock. Exactly, right? Ah, but the go again. The go again, of course. The headbutt is very good here. Now, I'm guessing they have no reds in their deck. So whatever they get from the top deck, it's good. I want to play the headbutt because destroying Scowling Flashback is going to be very good. Well, no, it actually doesn't destroy it. But it gets me on the path there. Yeah, and rock for 7 again. Okay, let's get some dominate here with my hero ability. And then the headbutts. For 6 dominate. We're putting a -1 counter on Scowling Flashback. Sadly, that does not destroy it because it blocks for 2, obviously. (17-14). We may be getting stuck on 1 win here on Bravo. And then I'm gonna have to play Oscilio. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Azilia is not a hero for me. I wish we could find another cell spelling here. I think I need to put them under pressure. Raise the Ancients is good. Jaws of Victory does 6. Wait, how did they go again on this one? How did we get go again on this attack? That's not ideal. Because this means they're doing 13 damage here and I go down to 1. Ah, cool. There's the go again. So they're on 11. So I can do Zealous Belting. Into costs 2, I have 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. Alright, I can't go to 1. Right, I'm not going to 1. That is not advisable. Actually, alright, let's take the damage on this. Down to 8, and now... Actually, you know what? You know what? The Scowling may get me on the Zealous Belting here. But I can still send Hammer afterwards. Actually, this is lethal, right? Yeah, because of the Actually, no, I'm not using the civic steps. They could use it next turn. Oh, the toughness. The toughness. Are we happy with this? I think so. Still down to 3. The problem with my math is the 2 toughness here. That is not good. And they're probably going to use Scowling Flesh back here to get rid of one of my cards. Yeah, see, it hasn't changed anything in their hand. That means the block is coming from hand, which means it's Scowling Flesh back. Yeah, I'm in trouble because I can't threaten lethal here. I'll be coming in for hammer for 6, which is not good enough. I need more. Well, let's see. So they have a wild ride at top, but of course they can now sink that, right? Yeah, exactly. They sunk it now. So like probably one of the few rare cards they have in their deck. If they can get Go again out of their hand here. Oh. Oh, that's a stinker. So this is going to be 11 damage. If I could set Magic Grande here, I could win. Let me block for 4. Set the right blocks. This is not going to be a block card because it only blocks for 2. So they're going to be rocking me after this. They don't even need to pitch anymore. They just use this Fatal Spring Tonic, right? Because I have 2 resources for this. They're going to come in for 7. Now I hit them for 4. Yeah, it's not good enough. I think we're probably done. Like, I need their hand the next turn to brick. I think you actually keep the Spring... Exactly, you keep the Spring Tonic for next turn as a backup, and now you activate it like this. That makes so much more sense. So we block for 6, taking it down to 1, which is very annoying when you have a weapon which attacks for 8. This deals 4 more damage to destroy a seismic search and token they create. Well, okay, that is useless. But I will play it anyway. And the reason why I'll play this is because it threatens lethal theoretically. Now they have 1 block on Scabskin Letters and they have 2 on Gauntlet, so of course it's not lethal. But on paper, at least it's more damage than Anathos. Anathos does 4, this is 6. More damage, hooray. That makes sense. If they have a go again, I'm just dead. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, we can block this turn. Nope. Because they will activate Gauntlets and push it to 8, and I can't block 8. I can only block 7. There we go. Yep. GG. GG. We can block 7, take 1 damage, die. Okay. So, what went wrong? It's a hard matchup for Bravo. I think trying to go aggressive was the right call. I couldn't do enough of it. I think we found... Like, I found 2 rouses? I think we had 2 rouses, right? Yeah. I wasn't able to utilize them. Maybe my mistake was I should have tried to build up the 5-card hands with a rouse. Yeah. I just needed to do more damage more quickly. Zigged when you should have zagged, honestly. Alright, Dro. Alright. Not sure that helps me. but I'll take it. Alright, we are at 8 wins to 22 losses. Wait, no, we won once, right? So we're at 9 wins. Woo! Getting there. I don't think I have anything to help, unfortunately. It's tough enough, fun game. Hey, thanks for the game, Termalu. That was rough, man. That was rough. You played really well. Thank you for the game. I think if I could have resolved some rouses, maybe the third Celis a bit earlier, maybe I have a chance. But otherwise, I think it's too good. Like, the value is insane. Like, every third turn, the Spring Tonic lines up. How many reds in the deck? Actually, that's quite a... So the only thing, like, the only way how I catch a break is if they need a blue or a yellow of the top deck to trigger rock, but they get a red. They got it once, but because it was on a clash effect, they were basically saying, well, no, I don't want the red. Give me something else, right? Because, so the clash effect is really good because you look at the top cards of the deck, right? So even if you lose the clash, you can still put an undesirable card back at the bottom of the deck, which gives you a higher percentage of them being able to trigger rock, which is really good. It's really good. And they're like this constant sevens, like you basically on an average turn, you do anywhere between 14 to 16 damage, which is very, very good. Keep in mind there are turns where you can block out and skip your turn. It forces them to have a natural go again or roll scabs, otherwise they can't rock. That is true. Yeah, maybe I should have just not done anything. Yeah, I was thinking about that during the game, actually. I think I just didn't take it quite far enough by just not attacking. We did see quite a good few... We did see quite a bit of go again on their turn though, right? So they have Child of Victory for the go again. They had the Buckwild for the go again. They had the Cell Spelling for the go again. They had the Song of Sinew, which is similar. It still gives you, you know, you're happy to send like a Song of Sinew with a tough smash up, maybe activating your gloves. That's like, what, 11 damage? That's still good. That's still good. Fablazing, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? I think I definitely didn't play it as well as I could have, but I think it's just naturally good. Naturally good. Right, good. Okay. I don't think I can put it off anymore. I don't think I can put it off anymore. I think it's time I play Oscilio. This is going to be an experience. I'm blazing in YouTube chat. It's Jover. Why is it Jover? I thought it was Betsy time? No. So we are in the bracket right now. So we have landed in Solana. Sorry, letting the dog in. We are looking for the 5th hero to qualify for the round of 16. Bravo has 1 game, so what I need to do is win at least 1 game with Azilio to go in the shootout. But yeah. Fablazing came to collect the depths. I mean, I've been shouting out Fablazing basically every stream, because all the data that I'm using is coming from Fablazing. So go subscribe to Fablazing, because Fablazing is an insanely good platform. Fablazing is very, very good. You know what Fablazing did? Fablazing put up the data on their platform while the day 2 was still going on in Jakarta. That's how amazing Fablazing is. I think I just paid my dues. I think I just paid them. Anyway. Oscilio. Right, where is this deck from? It is Yuto. And Yuto maintains a list which is always up to date. This is why I took this list. Yuto is basically I would say the content creator for Wizards. Obviously, you have Marjan Bay, which is well-known wizard lover. But Marjan Bay doesn't make that much content anymore these days. Well, that's incorrect. There is a weekly video, but that is not... It's not wizard-focused, right? My regards to Twitch chat. I will send them over. So... Yuto really knows what they're doing. And I think, honestly, I don't think there's a lot of variation in the lists that are out there. So, where are we with Oscilio? Azilia Constella Intelligence ranked 10th out of the 34 heroes by Wilson's score, which actually put him in pot B. Would you believe that this hero was in pot B while Bravo was in pot A? Again, that's just an anomaly of the data. Like, the dataset is just like, even with the dataset evening out by the Wilson score, like, yeah, Bravo just made it. He wins by playing instants to generate action points and basically bouncing back cards, right? So what you want to do is, you want to pull off a big combo turn with Gone in a Flash. That's what you want to do. And I think basically everything that you do up to this point in the game where you pull off that combo turn is you put in chip damage to pull off your big turn. Yeah, I think the issue that I'm going to have with this deck is that I'm going to struggle with the complexity of this hero. And I think the complexity of the hero where it comes in, where I feel I'm going to struggle, is the window of when to play what, right? So this card says, when this attacks, the next time you play and an instant card is Chain Link, you may return it to its owner's hand. Now, what you need to have is action points or go again, right? So when you want to... So ideally you play this for the first time, you have an embodiment of lightning in your... in play, so it gets go again, right? So it gets go again. Then, what you want to do next, you can play a blink. A blink gets you an action point, right? So now, because you've played a blink to bounce it back, and you had to go again, well, now you have 2 action points. So you can attack 2 more times. So that's one of the options how you can get Gone in a Flash go again, right? Obviously, the other one is, which is very important, is the Lightning Greaves. Because it says, destroy this, instant cards you play this turn get go again. So, what you do is, play Gone in a Flash, play any of these Sigil cards, which are Lightning Wizard instants, like Sigil of Brilliance, Sigil of Lightning, Sigil of Conductivity, and if you've cracked Lightning Greaves, those cards get go again. That means when you play Gone in a Flash, well, you play the instant. Well, now you have go again. Well, now you can play Gone in a Flash, right? And so you basically what you want to do is you want to have like a Gone in a Flash in Arsenal, and then you want to have a go again to start the turn, and then you want to crack your boots, and then you just go Gone in a Flash, instant. Gone in a Flash, instant. Gone in a Flash, instant. And what would be the perfect ending to this would be a arcane damage card, because Volsar, the weapon that you're using, says if you control an aura permanent with Sigil in its name, this costs 1 less to activate. So if you have anything with Sigil in its name in the playfield, it costs 0, and if you do this turn, that's almost certainly going to happen. Also, once per turn instant, amp X, where X is the number of lightning cards you've played this turn. So, you can put a lot of amp out there to make your lightning spells, like Etching Surf Arcana, doing a lot more damage than what it says on the card. Now, that's a theory, and in theory, that all sounds good. No, we will not let Yuta know that I've played these games. We will keep this a secret. You and all the other people watching this will vow that this will not be mentioned outside of this channel, because this is going to be as bad as Nixie watching my Dorinthia games. But again, I'm very worried about this. I'm gonna play it, and we'll see how it goes. What's the worst that can happen? Lose 3 games in a row, right? Okay, Dash.io. Interesting. This is a pure race. I think turn to turn. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. I forgot something. Oh no. We lost him. Do we want to go first or second here? First. Mid-range. All right. But I almost forgot. Oscilio doesn't calculate. Oscilio already knows. By the time we've decided what to do, Oscilio has modeled every outcome and chosen the one where you lose. The stars don't lie. Neither does he. Oscilio Constellar Intelligence! Okie dokie. So, I think I just want to set up a Sigil of Brilliance. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. Leaves the arena, draw a card. Right, I mean, This attacks next time you play an instant card as Chain Link, you may return target aura permanent with cost 1 or less target aura to its token to its owners. Alright, so let's actually play this. No, hold on. Flittering Charge. 4. Give it a go again. Put this in there. When this attacks, next time you play an instant card as Chain Link, you may return... okay, hold on. I did it wrong. Actually, let me do this. Play an instant, the Sigil. Get 3 life. And then we should be able to get this aura back, which draws me a card. Yes, there we go. Cool. I've not done any damage, but we can play this again. That'll go into there. And we'll keep the electric discharge. There, okay, so that is kind of how I want to play the game. That's the idea. Right? Iron Tongue Determination. Well, I wasn't going to block anyway. I need to do... I wonder if I should activate Oscilio here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna dig here. Okay. Obviously, there's no way I can block this. And they're gonna get a Dawnblade counter here immediately, because I just don't have the block for it. Actually, I do. No, I do not. Yeah, this is a bad start for me. That is 3 counters. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 3 counters already. All right, let me... I think this is not ideal to play it out first. I think this is definitely incorrect. Okay, we'll play this. Embodiment of Lightning when it leaves. That means if I play this, I can bounce it back, right? So we'll do this. This. Then play this. Going for 10, and we'll play this at instant speed, bouncing the sigil back to create an embodiment of lightning. Which is during the reactions. Yeah, it's one of those things that I struggle with, right? On the timings of everything here. Oh, of course it's gonna die because I'm not gonna be able to pitch a lightning card. Okay, right, so what we'll do is I'll just play this out again. Yeah, oh, Yeah, let me live with my mistakes. I mean, honestly, like, guys, 3 counters. They played 1 turn, they have 3 counters. What am I... Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we dead. We dead. But I want to try... I don't have any... Alright, I'm trying to dig for sigil here. To at least try the turn. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna lose this game, right? Don't get me wrong. But I want to try... See if I can do the thing. So we'll play a Gone in a Flash. Last action card you played... If the last action card you played this turn was Lightning, this and the next action card you play this turn gets Go again. Okay, so we play the Gone in a Flash. This currently has Go again. I don't have enough instants here to really do much. So what I can do is play this, right? And then after this, so play the sigil to gain 3 life back. That gives me the Gun and Flash back. Cool. Wait, what? Where did my go? Oh, wait. I need to let it hit. Yeah. I missed the... I needed to let it hit. Yes. Okay, so... Current funnel. That will give the Gun and Flash... That will give the Blast of Oblivion Go again. But then I can't play an instant to get this back. Because what I would want to do, if I had another instant, right, I could bounce this back. Yeah. I could play this, play an instant, get this back, and then play Gone in a Flash, and play this again to get this back. Okay, in theory, it's not even a very good turn, but it's basically what I could do with this hand. So I think in principle, I understand what I want to be doing, but obviously, you know, turn 3 they have 4 counters, you're gonna die. Like, I can't block. Like, I can't even attempt to block here. Like, if I get the right hands, maybe. But, yeah. I think Dorinthia is just very bad. GG. that was fast. I think these Azilia games are going to be very fast. I would like one of these games to go a bit longer. What I would like to have is a game where I can actually think about my turn for more than just like 3 turns, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's what if I could wish for something. That would be it. That would be it. So, what is this? What is this? There we go. All right, we're waiting for our next hero. So I want a skirmish on the weekend, which was awesome. Let's talk about that a little bit while I wait. So funny thing is, I got there early, and this is going to be important later. So I decided to play a game against a friend of mine. I always get their name a bit wrong, so let me sure I get their name right instead of embarrassing me here before all of the internet. And they coming in back later and you're like, that's not my name. Wait, why doesn't it show up? Oh, there it is. So I arrived at the card game shop a bit early, and Antonis, a good friend of mine, is there, and we're like, let's play a game. Right? I was on Ira, Tiger Ira, and decided that we're gonna play a game. Okay, Guardian Ice, interesting. Anyway, just to finish that thought, he was a new, and we played this game, and he beat me. And that would then be the last game I lose for the rest of the day. However, there's more to it. While we wait for our opponent here to do something. So, I was matched, game number 1. I was matched into Jack Pauly. You may have heard of Jack. He just recently went day 2 on Max the Hype Nitro. And a calling a few weeks ago, he was very prominently featured on stream. Get your losses out early. That's the best way to do it. Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. Alright, so Shield Beater. Let's not take damage here and block 6. No, because it... Is that the list you ran for PP? No, he has a bit of a different list than to most. Zero create embodiment of lightning token. Okay, we're gonna play this. And we're gonna do this. I don't like that card. He did send me his list, but I decided to go for a different list, which clear was a mistake. Alright, so here we go. Clearing charge, you can play this at instant speeds, which will then... I think the Mind Warp is probably the way to go here. So this has go again because of the embodiment of lightning. So I've been running the list you had for fun. It's been having a blast with it. Teklo is so much fun to play. Sorry, not Teklo, Max. So 3. So now we play the General Lightning Valley. And now I can rot. But I don't have any lightning, so this is gonna get destroyed. They're not running any Arcane Barrier. There we go. At least the... Wait. Oh, too bad this game doesn't count. Too bad this game doesn't count. They did not go down to Half-Life. That was too bad. That was too bad. Alright, this game doesn't count. So yes, my first game, let's just finish the thought here. So the skirmish, I played into Jack, game number 1. He was on Florian. And honestly, I don't know what Florian's game plan into Ira is, but dude, I just did Ira things and it was just too much for Florian. I don't think he was on the create 40 rune chance and kill me kind of plan, but I think that would have probably worked better. So one of my game number 1, Jack is a great guy, so I had a lot of fun playing against him. Game number 2 was against Piotr on Viserai. I think I didn't as much win as he lost to his deck. I think he had at least like 3 hands that were like rune blade hands, where it just didn't do a lot, right? And any tempo he may have had, he just completely lost. So 2 rune blades, 2 wins, going into round 3. And round 3 was against the one other Ira in the room, Max. Max is a relatively new player. He plays at my LGS. He is a Silver Age aficionado. He loves the format. And the interesting thing was that he was not on the same Ira list that I was on. Like, I noticed early on that he was playing quite a different deck. Like, he had like Wreck Havoc in his deck. Of course, there's Tiger stuff in there as well, especially in the equipment suite. But I was running Mask of Many Faces while he was running Blade Beckner. The thing is, it was the Ira mirror, and I won the dice roll, and I could go second. And that won me the game, I think. I also think he had one turn where he lost a bit of value by not swinging Kodachi for a second time. And it was actually very, very close. It came down to like single digits. I think if he can go first and or not make that mistake, I probably lose the game. Honestly, I probably lose the game. Dice roll in the mirror, it decided the game for me. So 3-0. We had a 10-person skirmish, so I think at that point I'm qualified for top 4. And then I play into Andrew. Andrew, who is here sometimes as a viewer. Great guy. He's been playing for a long time. You know, the kind of guy you want in your community. Very, very good player. And he was on the Icelander. And I don't have like the last details on how to play until Icelander, but I have like a general idea how I need to handle the matchup. And I don't actually remember if anything went particularly my way or against his, but I was able to eke out the win and went 4-0 into top 4. In top 4 then, I was top seed with 4-0. Actually, that game into Andrew was about who was going to be top seed. I've never gone into a top cut as top seed. Never, ever. So it was new for me to be able to pick if I want to go first or second, which is really good because on Ira in Silver Age, you want to go second. Now, against Andrew, I won the dice roll and I elected to go second. He sent 4 arcane damage on my first turn. I only have AB2, so there's not much I can do. So I was like, okay, note, important for later. And then my first game in top 4 was against Antonis. Right, and the game that I lost against Antonis before the tournament was I tried to play mid-rangey, right? Send back value, take value, but I didn't block correctly in game number 1. What I noticed was that I always blocked for 3, trying to keep 3 cards. What I should have done much more often is block 4. I think when you play against new, the magic number often that you want to block is 4. Can they push it up more? Of course, but what they usually do is like a 3 attack and then give it a +1 somehow. So I think definitely what I would have done differently now after 2 games is block 4 more often, but keep the initial plan. However, top 4, I was like, you know what? If I just go balls to the wall aggressive into this deck, I can get through this without them decking me out through banishing. And that was my goal. I was like, I'm just going to go all out aggro, all gas, no brakes, see where it takes me. And oh boy, it was a nail biter. Basically, his last turn, he activated his hero ability. He played all my blues from banished. I was down to 1 life, I think, at the end, and I had like 3 cards left in the deck. I had 4 cards left in the deck. I went Kodachi for 1, Kodachi for 2, and then the cards he didn't account for, a 0 for 4 go again, into a 2 attack. And he had like much more deck left, right? And I was like, dude, I'm cooked. I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna lose this game. However, the last 2 cards at the end of his hand, gee. I win the game. He was on 1 life. I win the game. Insane. Insane game. Like, the only card I had left in my deck after this turn was the blue that I used to pitch for Kodachis. Absolute insane game. So I go top 2, and I'm facing into Andrew again. Andrew, an Icelander, right? And this time, I go first. I win the dice roll. Well, no, there's no dice roll. I get to choose, right? So I go first because I took 4 arcane damage in the last Swiss game. I was like, taking 4 arcane damage on my first turn without doing anything about it is not where you want to be. So you know what? I will go first. Well, apparently that is completely incorrect. Andrew told me after the game, Icelander wants to go second. Or, I don't know if that is true for Icelander in general, but he wanted to go second. So, yeah. So that was a wrong decision. And actually, I started in the game and I get a little bit flustered on my first turn. Maybe a little bit of jitters. Like, I don't go to finals. Like, in events, this is like the first time I've ever gone to a finals outside of a armory, like ever. Like, ever. So I'm a bit, I don't think I was nervous, but I wasn't fully focused. I start my turn, I attack, I end my first turn with 2 cards in hand, and I forget to Arsenal. And at that point, I'm just like, I'm dead. Like, you can't give away a card of value if you want to win a finals, especially against a player like Andrew. Like, you just can't afford that. Like, I'm like, oh my god. However, I think this is where my conversations with the people that come to a pound of flesh really helped me, because I was able to do something which I've never done in the past. I didn't get tilted. I was like, okay, the mistake happened. It's only 1 turn. It's not the worst thing in the world. Put it behind you, reset, no more mistakes, go for it. And I think that was one of the big reasons why I ended up winning that game and winning the tournament, because I didn't let that get to me. I moved beyond it. It happened. Move on. They can have a bad turn and it's all even again. I do have to say, I risked a lot. I think he was at 2 life and I was at 4 or something when I entered into my last turn to win the tournament. If he finds a red spell, I'm dead. But on this very last turn, where I can then take over tempo, he said he made a mistake. I don't know what the mistake was. I should have asked him about that. But so his last turn, he makes a mistake. I take it down to 4, and I just go all out aggro, swing everything I have, and pray that he doesn't have a red, spell that kills me. I swing with Kodachi. I raise a reflex it. They die. And that's, yeah, raise a reflex on a Kodachi when they're on 2 life. If they, they block for 2, that kills you. I think they block for 3. So yeah. So, and I think overall, like, over the whole tournament, like, what really helped me, what I've never done in the past, is what Martian Bay talked about in the first episode of the season of A Pound of Flesh. Count the numbers in your hand. Count how much damage you're doing. We all know we should be doing it. Every single turn. Be honest with yourself. How often do you really sit there, you look at your hand of cards, and you go like, okay, 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 equals this amount of damage. How often do you really do that? I did that in multiple games over the tournament. And I think what it allowed me to do is not run into snap decisions which cost me games because they were the wrong decision, right? So maybe I should have blocked more. Maybe I should have played like a different macro strategy, right? But when I played the hand that I played, I made sure I played it for the maximum value that I had in my hand. So I think that was a really, really big factor. Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. We're going into a repeat of game number 2, Oscilio, because that last game didn't count. But yeah, I think that really, really helped me just kind of slow the game down. Think about what I want to do, and then play the right cards in the right order. And honestly, Mask of oh god. I don't have Arcane Barrier. Okay, I'm gonna need to go. Oh my god, this is horrible. I'm not gonna be able to do anything about the rune chance here. Yikes. This is gonna be rough.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, look at the hero's hand. Top card of their deck. If it was played from Arsenal, draw a card. Alright. Greaves, it has spell. No, it has Spell Void 2. It doesn't have AB. Right? Greaves has AB1. Never mind. Panic is over. Greaves has AB1. We're fine. Do I want this gone? Yeah. Although, no, actually, no, that was a mistake. Alright. Okay, so Flittering Charge. I'm gonna play this out, although it doesn't really do anything. But it's an instant. Just gives a go again. Actually, wait, hold on. Okay, so we're going for 4 here. I think I played this thing. Yeah, okay. No, I did this incorrectly. Okay. No, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Okay. That was not how you want to play this. Oh, sorry for not making it. But we're keeping it going in the flash. So what I wanted to do is bounce this back to get a lightning embodiment. That was the plan. That was what I should have done. They may banish a face down. If you do, for each hero has lost life this turn, they banish a card from their arsenal. Oh. Oh no. This is not a good turn. Alright, let's do this. Pass, do this. Pass on this. Skip all rune chance. Block to 6. Arsenal gone and flash here. Oh, hold on. No, this was incorrect as well. Ah, never mind. I don't have any gun in... I just lost 2 gun in flash. No? Did this didn't trigger? Oh, okay, this didn't trigger. Okay. So, but this does nothing. So we keep the embodiment lightning, we keep the gun in a flash. Okay, this is a hand. If I can keep it. What does this one do? No, this banishes a card from Arsenal. No, not widespread destruction. You know why? Because I could play gun in a flash, go again on this, play blink, gun in a flash. Sigil. No, see, this is what I hate about this deck. Like you. Actually, they're gonna play both. They're gonna go for 5 and then play the other cards because they're gonna have 3, 4. Oh, come on. It is such a unique hero. I'm glad she didn't immediately allow when she got her power cards like other Rune Blades. Yeah, because she still has a downside, theoretically. Yeah, how am I... Too much disruption. Like, I had a very, very good hand for a combo turn here, but I'm losing all the cards. Like, I'm losing everything. Actually, I'm incorrect. No, see, no, 4. And like, what do you want me to do? Honestly, what do you want me to do here? Might as well prevent damage. It's not like I can play a hand. That's 2. Gone in a flash, gone immediately. And like, the blink is such a good... It's such a good card to have. Can't block. This banishes a card from my arsenal. Bye!
Emotional damage!
Or it doesn't? No, it does. Of course it does. Alright. Let's see what else we can do here. This is nothing. This hand is absolutely nothing. Vincent is a great hero. I think she's very fun. She's just very hard to play. Alright, so let me do something about this because this hand is... Still don't have a single attack. Okay. Oh my god. There's nothing I can do here. I can play this out. And then just have to pass. So you get the room to breathe, right? If I could had like this room to breathe like 1 turn earlier, would be very nice. Wait, why is this being... What? Why is it... Oh. I lost track where we are in the game. I think we accidentally skipped a step somewhere. Oh my god, what is this? What is this hand? Oh my god, this is not looking great. That is way too many Malefic incantations. That's at least 3 too many for my taste. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay. If target instant card has cost less than the total arcane damage you've dealt... Okay, I don't think that applies at all. Oh my god. Oh, cancel. That doesn't make... Sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Where's the sorry button? Pass on this. Pass on this. Pass on this. Pass on this. Pass on this because there's nothing I can do about this one. Pass. We go for 1. May as well use the cards to prevent some damage here. 6. No blocks in hand. This is so bad. Do you consider Vincent good into Oscilio? I'm wondering how I'm countering what they're doing. Like, I'm not sure, with no blocks, I'm not sure where, how, why I'm supposed to respond to this. 6 rune chants? Yeah. Because they don't block it, may as well just pitch it away. Yeah, I'm just gonna die. Good times. And then I'm just gonna play this. Doesn't matter. 2 embodiment of lightning. Cool. They will pop at the same time, so that does nothing. Okay. I think this could be a turn, but it's too late. I'm down on 12. Like, I'm just gonna die here. The problem is this only gets go again, right? So that doesn't really help me. Let's see if we can... Okay, that is what I was hoping for. But the go again is killer. 4 rune chants again. Yeah, just, dude. This was a very good setup for the turn. With like the blink and the embodiment of lightning, the go again on the flittering charge, the gun in a flash, the current funnel. This was a good turn. This was a good turn. Was. Should have. That was a mistake. Alas, it was not meant to be. I gave him a free rune chant here. Probably Vex and Quill hand here, I would say. Oh, they don't need it, never mind. Block 3, block 3, block 3. 4 rune chants. Nothing I can do about this one. Yeah. Yeah. Down to 1 is... I mean, they just use... They just make the next one unpreventable, right? And then... Yeah, just attack with the weapon. Yeah, nothing I can do. Actually, Vex and Quill hand. Yes, exactly. Create the rune chants. I have nothing left. Skip all rune chants. GG. I needed the room to pull off a turn. And when I had the setup, I think it was about turn 2, where I had the setup, but the problem was that they had succumbed to temptation, so that messed with my hand. And then they had widespread destruction, which means if anybody takes damage, we banish cards from Arsenal. I banish a card from Arsenal, and that's where my card was. I think the positive thing that I'm taking away from this is that I saw the turn that I needed to do. I saw how I could play it. I just couldn't. Does that make sense? Now, that may be a skill issue, right? But I think for me, it's already progress that I know what the turn looks like. And I know the cards and how to trigger the bouncing of the card. That's big for me, right? Considering where I was with Oscilio like a week ago, where I had no idea at all how to play any of that. So that is progress, and I'm okay with that. I'd love to win a game here. I'd love to win a game here so we can go into a showdown with Bravo. Oh no, not a crumbled eternity! I need those lightning greaves. Action phase destroys when it leaves the arena, create an embodiment of lightning token. Okay, so let's play this out. Alright, embodiment of lightning. So this gets go again. Cool. So what we'll do here is... That doesn't actually work. Having tough luck with the opponents? Yeah, you know what it is when you randomly queue up into Talishar, right? Okay, so this is... It's not really worth playing the shock here. I don't have the resource for Volzar. And I'd rather keep the... Oh, here it comes. Oh no. Oh my god. Not the hand I was looking for. Ah, dominate. Never mind. But the sigil is fine. I can at least play that out. Again, you have to understand, like, this is... Oscilio's... Like, I think Oscilio... I would say Oscilio and Gravy Bones are the hardest heroes to play. And I'm not sure which one of them is harder. I need something here, because this hand is nothing. This is nothing. Alright, so no Volzar. I think we'll just send 5. And the Arsenal, the current funnel. Of course, they want to send Command and Conquers, right? They want to disrupt me from setting up Arsenals. They want to make sure I cannot set up a 5-card turn. You think so, Scorched Earth? Oh my god, what is this hand? Hello, Felling. I didn't discard. I did, didn't I? Okay. Alright, so we're preventing 3 here, so at least we're only taking 2 damage. Done 1 amp. They are bringing... I think what my last opponent noticed that they didn't bring Arcane Barrier, and that's why they noped out. Like the Jarl that we played in game 2 that stopped, right? They noticed that they didn't bring Jarl. So 3 Arcane. Nothing to write home about. They 1 damage. I mean, it makes sense. You don't need to root brown. Dude, but what are these hands? Like... What? Oh, no, sorry. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, can I... First of all, let me see if I can get a block card here. That is not a block card. I don't have much in my hand. Let's see if I can build up to, you know, what I'm supposed to do here. And I'm gonna block with these 2 to at least take out the sting. I would like to do more damage, please. I would like 1 turn where I can do damage. Can we get it? Can we get it? Maybe not. Man, it was honestly, like, aside from being in a skirmish yesterday, I also got to play Daggerheart. Not sure if you guys know, but it's like a TCG RPG, right? Like Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm usually the dungeon master. Did you just discard your best card? Dude, what am I gonna do with it? I don't have a hand to do anything with it. Oh my god, it's another crown. I didn't... No, it wasn't brilliant. I like Daggerheart a lot, to be honest. It was a lot of fun playing it. I think it's a lot snappier and faster to play. Like, the thing that I don't like about D&D is how, like, combat slows down everything, and Daggerheart doesn't do that. Peachy? What do you mean with peachy? This is gonna break it. It's gonna do anything. was brilliant. I mean, holy moly, where are my cards? I'm getting all these go again enablers, but I'm not finding what I need. I'm not finding the attack cards. I have everything else. Okay, hold on. Yeah, but where do I go from here? Okay, let me... No, guys, I'm trying to think. I'm trying. Let me see. Just through Volsor to amp the etchings. Okay. Alright. We have a go again there. Last two Oblivion. Electromagnetic somersault. Get this back. Last two Oblivion. Let the damage resolve. Play Blink. Action point. Pitch. Volsar. Etchings of Arcana. There we, that's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been trying to do. But dude, the hands are just been brutal. Okay, let's block for 4. So my player character is a Goblin Rogue. That's what I'm playing. So I could have attacked for 2 more. I'm still hoping that the reason why I'm keeping is because I've been hoping to eventually find the card that I need to make this work. Okay. I'm not gonna find it. No, wait, this... Sorry. This deck is frustrating me a lot. Wait. Why didn't it get going again? This is a lightning card. I don't understand. Not an action. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Just give it to... I mean, I don't need to give it to Bravo. I mean, this is clear where it's going, right? It's like... This is clearly where it's going. Oh my god. Pummel! Pummel, Frostfang. Yeah. It's fine, tournament is working. Your next year is definitely not Azilia. it's kind of doing what it's supposed to do, right? I mean, if somebody chose Oscilio to be my next hero that I'm gonna play at a tournament, I have some serious questions. Oh, here we go. Turn 8, Gone in a Flash. I've been waiting for Gone in a Flash for 8 turns. I've been digging with my hero ability for Gone in a Flash. It would not come. It would not. I don't think you need to life gain here, dude. I think you're okay. Alright. It's the only card that I can use to block. If I don't block, I die. Sad, sad, sad. Should have played out the instant. I did not need to get rid of 2 cards here. Oh, that hurts even me. See, this is why I was scared of playing this hero. Like, I can't play this kind of complexity of hero. Like, I just don't see the lines until it's too late. I just don't see it. Now I want to play Glyph here. Do some arcane damage, see where it goes. Maybe the game is not over yet. Who knows? Maybe they don't find a magic run in. Oh, wait, never mind. It is over. Alright, that at least makes them have to do something. Azilia is very hard. Like, but I really feel like, I mean, maybe, I think it's probably just my noob approach to the hero, but I felt like I had so many hands where there was nothing I could do. Like, if you have like a handful of non-attacks, like, what do you do? I mean, I'm sure there's better ways to play this, right? I'm sure there's better ways to do this. Like, listen, the hero is not the problem. I'm the problem, right? Let's, I just want to make this clear, right? I'm not saying this is a bad hero. I'm not saying I could have not played this better. So, but with that, I lost 3 games on Oscilio. And Bravo is on. Now, it is 7:23. We do have a decision. So that it's clear who's moving on in the tournament. However, I'm not sure I want to start the next matchup between Tekla-Vossen and Riptide. So we have Bravo. I mean, Bravo moving on for me is not really surprising anyone, is it? I feel like that in this, it's a brilliance in cards, but you really need to read a bit of how to play. Yes. I mean, I agree. I still feel like I didn't understand the hero to the level that I needed it to do well, right? However, I do feel like I know the hero a lot better now than I did before I went to this challenge, and I think if I want to think about what this is trying to achieve for me, that is a win. All right, so this is a bracket, right? We have... Wait, no, I marked the wrong one. Never mind. Ignore. I did it the wrong way around. We're gonna fix this real quick. I will show. You have some time. Do you mind me giving some feedback on the technical guide? We aren't sure if the guide is too detailed or too surface level at this point. I mean, honestly, for me, it was good. But the thing is that you need to understand, right? I like it because it's concise, right? And I like it that way because... So this weekend, I couldn't put in any practice reps on Sunday. Like, at all. Because I needed to prepare some technical stuff for the stream. Because I had my last interview for a Pound of Flesh this weekend. Because I went to a skirmish and I played Daggerheart. Like, so all I had to practice these heroes was Saturday. And because last week what happened was, right, we went into the bracket. I played KO and RKO. KO and Rhinar. We played Prism and Slippy. And then we played... And then that was... I still had half a stream on Wednesday. So I needed to prepare for this week. Not only did I need to prepare Bravo and Oscilio and Teklovossen and Riptide, I also needed to prepare Vincent and Lyeth. And if I want to be to the point where I've watched some videos, I've played every hero 3 times, like, I just don't have the time. Like, honestly, I know I should put more reps in to give each hero, like, a fair shakedown. And I think this is one of the things that held me back in this matchup, right? I need more reps on Oscilio to get anywhere as closer to playing it to the level that I played Bravo. And even Bravo, I made mistakes, right? So when you're asking me, do you like the Teklovossen guide? Yes, I do. Because it gave me a quick overview what to look out for without going too deep, because I can't read the script. Like, I can't spend an hour or more reading a guide for Teklovossen. Like, an hour doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have to prepare 6 heroes and play 3 games on each, and then watch videos and read guides all in one day, you don't have the time, right? It's one hell of a sketch. It is, right? And, like, am I playing as well as I should on Azilia? No. But I'm doing the best that I can with the time that I have to prepare this. But the truth is, I had too much going on in the last few weeks that I just... I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Clearly, it's not enough. It's not enough, right? But yeah, it's the reality that I'm facing. Anyway, we have half an hour left in the stream. I could start with the next matchup, Teklovossen and Riptide, but it kind of makes the whole thing disjointed if I start with Teklovossen. The thing is, the Teklovossen games could go very long. And the Riptide... So I have to say, so the Teklovossen list that I'm playing is by the overall Teklovossen community, right? So Tono here and some friends worked on a guide from the community, and that's what I used. Which it was very helpful. There's a meta guide, which is free. There's deck lists. There's different ways to approach it. The different ways you play the hero was very useful. For Riptide, I used you guys' recommendation. I looked for trade federations on YouTube. And I think the list is very aggressive. This is an aggro Riptide that I'm going to be playing. That's not what you usually see from Riptide. But I understand the reasons behind it. And I think in a block-heavy, rather slow meta, I think the aggro Riptide makes sense. If I had to put money on which of these heroes is going to move on to join Bravo in Solana, I don't know. I think each of them could win either a game or 2 games or no games. It really comes down to my matchups as well, and yeah. Yeah. So, theoretically, I have half an hour left in the stream. However, I think I'm probably gonna call it an early day, considering my day yesterday was very long and I'm very tired. Maybe just kind of last question. Who are you guys nominating to ban from Silver Age? What's the hero you're gonna ban with your votes? I'd be curious to know if we are all... I have a feeling we're all gonna say the same thing. But I want to sense check if I'm right. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine too. Oh, well, I'm going to ban Ira. I won the tournament on Ira yesterday, and you know, I don't know the data from this weekend yet, but last weekend 25% of all wins was on that one hero. I think she needs to go. What is Sage? Good question. Get rid of Kano? Kano doesn't do anything. Like, Kano only does something if you disrespect him. You respect him and you're fine. It's that easy. Bring AB, you're fine. Use the sideboard for Kano. You're all good. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna call it a bit early, but we'll continue tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you then. Thank you very much for being here today. I'm gonna be falling asleep a happy boy today, reminiscing about my skirmish win. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're new here, like and subscribe, follow, you know, all that jazz. But I'm gonna call it. The Sage here somehow influenced the heroes LLing in CC? No, not at all, Bamboo. No, it's completely separate. Has nothing to do with each other. Cool. I've got nothing left. I'm gonna go have dinner. Reiner? No. Anyway, thanks guys for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Love you all. Hopefully see you tomorrow where I'll be aiming to win more games. Until then, see you. Bye-bye. Well, are you still here? Sigma, are you still here? I'll open that pack for you if you're still here. Otherwise, we'll do it tomorrow. Alright, looks like you dropped already. We'll do it tomorrow. Alright. I'm really gone now. I owe you a pack. Let's do it tomorrow, dude. Let's do it tomorrow. Bye.